up, everybody? Welcome to New Haunt Order. We are doing, again, a little bit of a different setup this time. We got a little bit of a group setting going on over here with Jason Cottrell, Carroll Moore, and Erica. Hey, McElroy.
You said it right.
Hey!
I was right to say, everybody gets a last name. So
It was a crapshoot. I was like, McElroy. So yeah, what's going on, Jimmy?
Well, not much. Thought we'd talk about the interesting 2020, and hopefully 2021 is a better year.
Well, normally I would say it can't be any worse, but I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah, 2021 is going to be like, hold my beer.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
How was your new year, man? You congrats on the new job.
Thank you. Free 20 ounces all day long.
Dude, that put a hurting on me, man. I love some Coca-Cola now.
Well, I'm drinking some Mellow Yellow Zero.
Oh,
okay. I got to watch them calorie intake. Got to get prepared for that Friday the 13th in August.
Yeah, man. It's coming up.
Yeah.
The real logistical question is, how many bathrooms does the place have? If it's unlimited 20 ounces all day.
Yeah, for the people to use, there's only one, and they got two toilets and then two urinals. In each, they have one toilet blocked off with a caution tape, and then one urinal. So, and I'm like, why'd you block off the toilets? Hell, they got walls and stuff, and there only two people can go in at once.
Damn it, man!
Who's policing that? That's the question.
Someone's gonna have to do number two real bad, and they're just gonna bust through that caution tape.
Hall monitor.
You got a toilet troll.
Where's your pass?
Toilet troll.
Screw your pass.
But yeah. So I work at Coca-Cola now, so that's fun. But not the fun part is working 12-hour days, 6 days a week right now.
Damn it, man! Everybody's thirsty, Jimmy.
I need to slow down on this damn Coke intake, damn it.
Hey, that's what happens, man, when you work for the best. Coca-Cola is the best. Period.
Yep.
I'm definitely all about the free drinks, so I'll drink Coke all day. There's gonna be lots of the checks are gonna be really nice working 12-6s.
There you go. That's right. I remember Monster Mountain had free Rippets. Oh. It was really cool at first, and then you realize they were
sugar per bottle.
Rot your gut, something awful. There was a reason why they're 99 cents.
99 cents.
Oh, is that cheap energy drink?
Huh?
Is that cheap energy drink?
Yeah, I'm not ripping it. But
That was a great pun.
It was. They were rough on the old stomach. I'll just say that.
Any non-name brand energy drink is rough.
Yeah.
Spider is a rough one.
Spider.
Yeah. I don't care for Monster.
Well, it's been good. I have to go.
I'll drink it if that's all they have, but
I enjoy the white sugar-free.
I like the white ones too.
When I was down at Miller's Thrillers, I got on those bangs pretty good.
Those are lower calorie.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I didn't mind them.
I
didn't mind them.
Have you ever tried the Candy Crisp?
Keto one?
Candy Apple Crisp?
There are so many flavors of bangs, I don't even remember. I think the Rainbow Unicorn was one that because it really depends on the gas station and how many they carry. I think the Rainbow Unicorn.
I can really only do like black cherry.
Oh, they got a sweet tea one, like a country tea.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. I like that one. And the coffee ones. Oh, man. I couldn't even finish it, man.
Those damn things have 300 milligrams of caffeine in them.
What, the bangs?
Yeah.
Also got, I think the coffee ones have 600 milligrams of suck in them.
The coffee. I mean, the Java Monsters are.
Now, if Bang wants to sponsor any one of us online, we'll send those
I'll drink
checks.
all of them except the coffee ones.
Yeah.
I don't like the cotton candy.
I'll drink it on.
Peach mango is my jam.
I've had that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Or the black.
That's my
Anything
go-to.
cold and peachy is refreshing.
I had to quit drinking them though because they was having me short of breath. So I think it was too much caffeine for me.
Jimmy's heart looked like in the mask.
I'm over there feeling all flustered and stuff. But yeah, it sucks having to get up at 3:45 in the morning to go to work.
Man, yeah.
But hopefully it'll calm down. But anyways, well, congratulations to Carroll and Erica for their move to Nash Vegas.
What? Back in town, back in business.
Hell yeah!
Excited.
That's the good thing about 2021. It brought Carroll and Erica to Tennessee, so that's a good thing.
I think she likes it all right. You like it okay so
Yeah,
far?
it's all right. Minus all the potholes. Other than
Go on 440.
it's awful.
And you got to watch out for. Apparently now you got to watch out for crazy people that believe in lizard people blowing up shit.
That's
Hey,
everywhere.
hey, the lizard people are real.
Well, Matt, if you believe in them, just don't go blow up no AT&T buildings
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of 5G.
I tell you, man, what's crazy is we live less than 2 miles away
Yeah.
from downtown.
We're walkable too.
We can walk downtown. I
Wow.
was outside loading the car, didn't hear it, didn't feel it, and we drove by on the interstate because I was heading out to East Tennessee, and I saw this big thing of black smoke, and I was like, "Erica, there's a big fire." I said, "That's a big fire. That's crazy." I said, "Do some investigating." And called my buddies and, some people in the fire department that I know, and they were like, Christmas morning, like, "Carroll, what the hell are you doing bugging us? Like, kids are opening gifts right now. Like, what is the deal?" So they didn't even know what was going on. And then she did some investigating, and all we heard first was that an RV had exploded. And my mind immediately goes to Cousin Eddie.
Yep.
And I was dressed as Cousin Eddie, and I was like, maybe we should turn around real quick. And I just try to get on the news, like looking around, acting like I'm trying to get in there, But then sadly we found out that it was, on purpose, and a lot of damage was done. So we kind of changed my tune on that. But hate it, man. It's rough. It's rough stuff. But there's crazy people out there. And even crazier to think that people were attacking Tony Warner of Devil's Dungeon Haunted Hell. I thought that was pretty stupid.
Yeah, I didn't even put two and two together to even think like that. So that's crazy that people were actually, because what was that guy's name? Was his name Anthony?
Well, yeah, it's Anthony Warner, but people were like Tony, and people were constantly like, everybody that I knew was getting phone calls, text messages, and on top of that, AT&T wasn't working.
Yeah.
So I happened to be in East Tennessee. My phone was working, and I was like, "There's no way that's Tony." I was like, "He's got these grandbabies, and he's about to retire." I was like, "There's no way." And I got to seeing a few people post it, and I was like, "Man, this is bullshit." And eventually, it came out, but the damage had been done, and he had to get on the news and kind of say, "Hey, it wasn't me," and watch what you post, which good for him. But
people love to get fragments of a story and just immediately fill in the blanks and run with it.
Well, that's the problem is, now in today's news, if you're not throwing out the story first, you're not getting the scoop. So you've got to start throwing ideas out there and hope something sticks.
Yep.
I mean, imagine the people that were salivating. Oh, this guy, Tony Warner, he has a place called Haunted Hell, Devil's Dungeon. He had a bomb. Like, they were just like evil. They were like, "Oh, this is going to be such a great story."
Did you hear the whole story? Like, the feds came in and shut down Haunted Hell.
Oh, God.
They took all of his money. He would sell his house.
He used parts from
parts from the haunt to build his.
Stupid.
It was like that was the story. One of the stories going around. I was like,
People were saying that.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Wow.
I didn't share none of that shit. I didn't screenshot none of it. I wasn't going to give them any time or day.
Yeah.
But so stupid, man. But I'm glad that he got on there and cleared the air, and I'm glad they finally showed the real the real guy. And for those people that think it was a missile, it wasn't.
Nope.
All right, it wasn't. We can discuss through DMs later.
Yeah, that was definitely a RV exploding.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Hey, if you think it was a missile, let's see. I can sell you anything that you want. Just come to me.
Oceanfront property in Arizona.
Oceanfront property in Arizona. Just come holler at me.
Damn.
People believe anything, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we all talked about what all we did during haunt season. I guess what would y'all say all in all, 2020's haunt season? How was it?
Erica, you want to start?
There's the
Ladies
spot.
first.
Well, I didn't really have a haunt season, so this year for the first time in 22 years.
Or visiting haunts for 2020 then?
I mean, they seem a lot of them were pretty successful from what I saw, masked or not masked, unfortunately. But I mean, not everybody that I visited. Most of the haunts that I visited were very like COVID compliant, and they had every time I went to one, they had like a huge crowd. So, or like a bunch of people like waiting in pens and stuff like that. Like, so it wasn't like people weren't going to haunted houses this year. So at least there was that. I think everybody was needing something to get away.
Yeah.
So at least that was in favor for haunted houses. I think health departments are going to be a little more in tune to haunted houses from now on.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to piggyback off that, I think some of the stuff that was put into place because of having to because of COVID are things that should carry over.
Yeah.
In general in haunted houses, because as someone, as we've all worked in haunted houses, can attest, they're not exactly the cleanest places of employment. So regular bathroom cleanings and sanitizing, that's all good habits to have. They should just carry over. You shouldn't have to be told to wash your hands.
And you know what I keep saying is every year, if you work in haunted houses, you know about this. Every year in haunted houses, it's called like the haunted house crud or something like that. Everyone gets sick. It's like this cold that goes around and everybody hands it off to each other. This year, it didn't really happen because everybody was washing their hands all the time. Their sanitizer was
staying away from each other.
You don't really see it. So I think that's kind of neat.
I always thought the haunted house crud happened on opening night about 1 hour in.
It comes in waves.
Yeah.
I call that rapid onset haunt virus. You're fine before you open, and then as soon as the work starts, I don't feel good. I need to go lie down away from my friend to get off work.
Where's the free pizza?
Oh. I think too, hand washing stations that Porta John companies use that rent out. That every haunter I've talked to said they're just going to keep that going. A lot of portable toilet places were already putting hand sanitizer stations inside them, but that's pretty much mandatory now. So a lot of people that had hand washing stations, sanitizing stations, that's probably going to just stick around. And not just for the customers, but for the actor area too. I've been to some haunts that they do not have plumbing.
Right.
So the actors have to use porta johns. So I think a lot of that will be added on, which is good because,
But for the love of God, like if you're going to have porta johns, clean them, have them cleaned. Okay. We went to at least one haunted house this year that just did not care. And it was
pretty scary. It was probably
the worst. It's the scariest part of the haunted house.
Yeah, it was the scariest part of the haunted house.
Like any company that rents porta johns will offer a cleaning service. You just pay a little extra for it, or get someone on your staff to do it.
That too, and a lot of times too, it becomes like, oh, we were really busy last night. okay, well then you need more toilets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it's getting that bad, you got to get more toilets, or have them, pay a little extra, come on a Saturday. And some companies won't do that necessarily, but if that's the case, go ahead and have something figured out where you have somebody on staff cleaning them. And it really, toilet paper shortage was also a big deal.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to give out a lot of toilet paper. So once it runs out, what am I going to do? And I noticed one time, those toilet paper dispensers don't hold certain size toilet tissues. So if you get like the Charmin Jumbo Roll from the dollar store, you're like, it won't fit.
Nope.
And don't ever just put one in there because that'll end up inside there. You're just people get in a porta-john and they just lose their minds.
Yeah.
It's like they go,
Well,
I don't know.
It's anarchy rules inside of a porta-john.
Oh God. So I think good things came out of it. Time ticketing for certain attractions is going to show people that holy shit, we can control things and really it helps the whole experience for everybody. And I know some people are like, I don't want to know what time I got to be there. I just want to show up when I want to show up. You're going to have
Those
those.
people are going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, think about it like a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just show up to the movie theater and go, all right, I want to watch the movie now. You have to buy a certain time slot.
I hated that when it first happened.
The seating?
Yeah, I was like, this sucks. I can't show up when I want to. And now I got to pay for everybody's ticket with Venmo and PayPal and Cash App, all that stuff. It's stupid. Now you can just strictly basically say, hey, I'm going to get the tickets. Pay me when you get here. We get our seats right in the front row. So I hated it at first, but I like it now at whatever theaters that are open anymore.
That's right to say. Where are these theaters?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even before they started doing the assigned seating, like you had certain show times.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't just show up at 3:30 if the movie started at 2.
Yeah.
You could.
We could.
Well,
You could start from the beginning.
Yes. But you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I know.
if there's a show time at a certain time, you can't show up 20 minutes later and go, all right, well, I want to go into it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, the movie already started.
it's turned haunting more into live theater than it would be anything else.
Yeah. And, as I've always said about haunters in the haunt industry, is that usually restrictions or limitations just make us be more creative in what we're going to do and find different ways to do something. And, certain haunts are coming up with different ways to, keep people entertained while they're waiting to go in. Or I don't know if he actually did excited to go this year, but I know Doug Cox was talking about doing like the FM transmitter where like while you're waiting in your car before you go in, they're playing like short horror stories that the staff wrote that tie to the show.
Good idea. I think he did do that. I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
When we went, we heard some stories playing.
That's a cool idea, and it's not like that's new technology. I mean, it's what drive-in theaters have been doing for years now.
Yeah. One of the actual co-host of the Horror Basement, he got one of his stories put on there.
Oh, that's sweet.
But one thing I think when we was talking to Tristan or something, he said something about Froggy Fogs put out some hand sanitizer, something like that.
Spice.
Well, they
Something like I can't remember if it was hand sanitizer or something in the fog
started
juice or
creating-
something.
They did start manufacturing hand sanitizer
gallon of it.
early on, because that was one of the places. That was one of the places that my work ordered from, because we couldn't get it anywhere else, and I knew Froggies would have it. They kind of followed in line with a lot of distilleries and stuff like that, to where they had the ability to create it. So they started.
They're all getting fined now, though.
I've heard that the FDA is slapping fines on a lot of those distilleries. I think I saw another article the other day that
none of them are paying.
they're repealing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like,
They should.
yeah, they're like, we were helping out in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Well, excuse us for giving out some free hand sanitizer.
Well, I'm sorry, you're from the government. You're not used to this. It's called compassion.
My favorite thing about seeing Froggies doing the hand sanitizer, I saw it and I was like, oh, is it going to be scented?
That's what it was.
It's not funny. Quit asking. And then weeks later, they have
Pumpkin
pumpkin spice scented hand sanitizer. I was like, oh, you jokers.
Like,
It just smells like tequila.
oh, yeah, it's rough.
Carol, you know you're a trendsetter.
No, far from it. Far from it. But
Oh, you never smelled it, Carol?
look, you can't. A turd's a turd. So if something smells like a turd, you can't cover up the turd smell. You know what I'm saying? Like if it smells bad, it's rough. But it's also it's not supposed to smell pretty either.
This conversation is leaving.
It's house. I mean, it's killing germs. It's not supposed to smell like. Germex is probably the best smelling hand sanitizer out there, but I'm sure they add a lot of stuff to it.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the ones pre-pandemic, a lot of the scented hand sanitizers weren't very potent alcohol-wise.
Yeah,
they were like 40% or
That's,
so the scent would overpower the sanitizer. But I mean, it required at least 60% alcohol to be effective.
I mean, it's probably gonna kill anything on your hands.
I'm gonna need some smell-o-vision right now.
It smells like alcohol.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, that's one of the more mild ones I've smelled.
Officer, I ain't been drinking. I'm just gonna sanitize.
I was following protocol.
Hail.
I know some of the Jack Daniel's distilleries that switched over to doing it. Some of their sanitizer has a little bit of a whiskey smell.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
The one we got a pump of one right by the changing station in the nursery, and every time I do it, I'm like, smells like cinder barrel. Smells like whiskey. I think I'm about to go pour me a glass. But yeah, like I said, that's probably one of the better smelling just straight sanitizers I've smelled out of all of them.
But then were they getting complaints like this smells awful? And
yeah, that's the original blend. People were really complaining. It's horrible smelling. Can you not make it smell better?
They just because they're.
Oh shit! We left the charred corpse in there.
Yeah.
I wonder where that scent went to.
Raw sewage, charred corpse.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing that for next haunt season.
Yeah.
They do haunt scented.
There was the reason why they weren't putting the smells in there was because there was like the special provision that allowed them to make it with, but they could not add anything to
outside of the recipe.
Right. So it could not have. So you could buy the scents afterwards and add it in yourself, like essential oils or something, but you couldn't. They couldn't sell it like that initially.
Oh well.
That's probably why he got mad at you for asking.
No, that's not the reason he got mad. That's another reason altogether.
Anyways,
So
they had pumpkin spice scented hand sanitizer, and there you go. Maybe that'll be a thing moving forward too. Who knows?
The basic bitches love it.
It makes me want to put my Uggs on now when I squirt it on my hands.
My Uggs and my leggings.
Go get Starbucks.
Yeah, stand in line at Starbucks. But 6 feet away.
Yeah.
So I guess I guess it would be safe to say that 2020 haunt season was definitely successful, given the situation.
I
those
think
who could
so.
open.
For those who could open, I think they, considering the circumstances and the stuff they had, the bullshit they had to put up with from crazy people, and I think if you ask some hunters, they probably would be like, I probably wouldn't want to open again in those circumstances, but they got through it and they probably learned a lot too. So
I know, of course, take this with a grain of salt because it's the haunt industry. I know a lot of people said they did record numbers this year.
Yeah.
But haunts tend to inflate their numbers. Just it's an image thing.
Mm-hmm.
there are no egos.
Not all of them.
There are no egos in the haunt business, Matt Scott.
There's also no receipt books.
This is true. But no, and I think it goes back to Erica mentioned. People are just needing an escape.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people go to haunts anyways, for that escapism. But they especially needed it this year or last year. It's no longer 2020. Thank God. So that I think people were looking for an escape. And then on top of that, haunts that weren't able to open, so those people were going and seeing other haunts they don't normally get to see. So that helped boost some numbers.
I know you, Matt, you got to go to more than you did before, right?
Yeah. That just coincided with pre-COVID. I was like, I'm taking next year off. I want a break. And I got to go see some shows, which was really nice. I didn't get to see as many as I wanted because there's just not enough time in a year to go see all the ones I want. But I did get to see several around town, a few out of town. And for me, maybe because I was going into it, already expecting there to be, restrictions and new rules this year, it didn't really disrupt the experience for me when I went through them. It's not like it was like taking me out of it because I had to have a mask on. I'm used to having a mask on in a haunted house. It's not a big deal.
We go from you can't wear a mask in the haunt to wear your damn mask in the haunt.
I will say 2020 is the only year where you'll get tackled at a bank if you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
What is that? I made a meme with a Point Break at the ex-president. So It's like me and the boys going to go to the bank here in a minute.
But yeah, I mean, it was, like I said, it didn't really change the experience. Even the characters in the show, for the most part, it wasn't like, oh crap, they're wearing a mask over top of their makeup, I can't see it. No, a lot of haunts adjusted and did makeup on top of the disposable masks, or they just went, all right, we're not doing any makeup this year, we're doing all masks, and they would just ramp up the masks that they would have to do.
Or Slaughterhouse did the clear mask.
Those were cool ones.
Yeah.
Because then you didn't have the disruption nearly as much, because until you got right up to them, you didn't realize they had a mask on.
Yeah.
Definitely helped keep. I would wager that there were a lot less actor guest injuries this season because they're not getting in their face.
Yeah.
Nah, well, if you go to Beast House, they were still getting in your face.
What?
Well,
I got grabbed there pretty
you
good.
got slammed into a wall of actor Matronic. That was stiff arm. Just like, well, that guy's coming back out.
Yeah. I don't remember if no one really got in my face too much. I know I got my ankles grabbed a lot.
I know I almost got punched in the face because they swung for my shoulder and I happened to move. I was like, oh shit.
I got hit right in the chest by that actimatronic. It got me good. I was not ready for that.
I wonder if there might have been some telephone going on through the haunt, like, hey, that's Carroll and his crew. Knock the shit out of them.
Dickhead.
Son of a bitch.
I would. I remember if an actor came through the haunt and they were like called out and they came through later with like their girlfriend or something, just try to hit him right in the sack or something like that.
We used to do that like crazy at Ripley's. Like if you called out of your shift and then showed up, you're fucked.
I remember we were going through Nightmare the first year. It was in Madison. Me and I think it was Brinkley was with me. We were walking through and Brad Webb kept coming out of nowhere and was like grabbing us and like bear hugging us, and we're like, damn, what is going on? And then I was like, damn it, man.
Was he dressed up or anything?
No, he was just popping out of like the little. We'd be walking through and he'd come at it from behind us.
And he would come out of spots that aren't normal spots.
Yeah, you're like, damn it, dude. So
he created different boo holes.
Yep.
Yeah, he was popping out of new boo holes. And I remember one time, speaking of weird boo holes, we were walking. We were walking through Slaughterhouse. It was our first year in Hermitage, and my old business partner, a good friend Brinkley, we lost him somewhere in the doorway. Remember this? And he comes crawling out of this fucking hole, and I was like, dude. What the hell? He's like, dude, I went the fucking wrong way, dude. He was like sideways, like skimming through between walls. He's like, I know I'm supposed to come out of that fucking water. I was like, no shit, you're coming out of a hole. It's fucking big, man. I was like, damn.
One of the reasons I remember that is that it was the clown in that room. She's like, you went the wrong way. He's like, I got out, didn't I? Not the wrong way, but got out.
Fucking sure as hell weren't stopping him because he fucking ripped his shirt. Yeah, God no. Shit, man. I was looking in the hole like, how did you get through that?
I'll say it.
Yeah.
Oh man. I know the guy at the slaughterhouse didn't like me the time we went through with the riddles.
Oh yeah.
Because the one part after the pirate ship area, the guy stops you. He's asking you riddles. I love riddles. Like I do them all the time because I'm a nerd. And he's asking me one, and like before he's even done saying, like I'd shout out the answer. He goes, "Well, damn it!" He goes, "I'm supposed to be holding you guys so the group can get further ahead of you." So he asked the next one. I fire that one off. I think he had to pull out one that wasn't his normal like line of questions. That
I
one.
think that guy that was asking those, his name was Dakota. That's his real name, anyways.
Dakota did not like me that night.
He wasn't being a dick.
No.
He was just like, God,
He
man,
was just like, damn it,
fucking up
man.
a job here.
I was that guy that night. He's like, this guy's making my job harder.
Well, you asked about how my New Year's. I actually had New Year's at a friend's house with Bridget and Tracy West, Sebastian Michaels, and Brian Dumal was there.
Brian DeMall.
Dumal, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a old Death Yard guy.
Yeah, he said he played Jason in there.
Yep, played one of the Jasons. We had two Jasons. He played one of them, and I think it's his wife now or fiance, Elaine.
Yeah.
She worked in Dark Raven Estate with Brad Loftus at Death Yard the second year and final year we were open.
Yeah, I told him about my my interaction with the drill dough. How the woman that was over it was asking me if I wanted some of it or
Oh,
something.
man.
Yeah, it was. I ran. I was like, no.
Yeah. Death Yards everywhere. They may not want to admit it, but they're out there.
Death Yard.
Like that shirt behind Erica.
Oh, the hoodie?
The hoodie, yeah.
Yeah, Kittrell had a lot of those made, and that was a limited run too, Jimmy. Sorry, man.
Always
I'm gonna get
limited.
you. Don't worry, I got you.
One day you'll find that original print or whatever.
I got it. I just gotta.
Nah, it's all good.
I can't remember the name of the haunt, but there was one year at Trans World. We're walking the show floor, and there's another haunt like walking ahead of us, and we're looking at their shirt, and the font they used for their logo was this font.
Yeah.
And we're like, how the hell did they get that font?
I mean, it's a free font,
Yeah.
but it's like and they could have had it way before us. I think it was Dirty
Yeah.
Ego or
Dirty Ego.
There's another one we used too, and I can't remember the name of that one, but I think Dirty Ego is the one we used. And I was like, son of a bitch. And it was something similar to Death Yard. It was like it was Death House, or it was something like, I was like,
All I
what the
remember
hell?
It was the font, and they called themselves a haunted adventure.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're gonna get in trouble.
But yeah, it was weird when you see like, and then it's one of those things like you like, it's like when you get a new car, you don't ever see anybody driving that car.
Yep.
And then you get it, you're like, oh yeah, what the hell? Everybody's got my car. You're like, oh. So when you go to, when you're at TW, you're like, oh, we got this awesome shirt idea. We're gonna make some new shirts. And then you get there, you're like, damn, everybody's got this shirt. It happens.
Everybody's got whiskey shirts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whiskey shirt's very popular. It's been popular. I mean, Jack Daniels is worldwide.
It's a easily recognizable logo.
And the only reason why we ever did the whiskey shirt was because we were from Tennessee, and that was the only reason, really. And it was cool, and Jack Daniels was cool, and whatever. But it's evolved into a whole nother shirt at Nightmare, and it's doing well. And there's another haunt that we're friends with. I mean, Erica saw. They're going to do a whiskey shirt this year, so it's kind of cool seeing that one too. So it's good. It's awesome.
But having the OG shirt is the way to go, though.
Yeah.
Hey, if you was to open another haunt, would you call it Death Yard?
Would I call it Death Yard? No. I decided no, I would not. Death Yard. Only way Death Yard would ever come back is if I or we or whoever had a big attraction, and Death Yard was maybe like one of the haunts inside the attraction. Does that make sense?
Like a
Yeah.
Yard
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah, so you know, say like Nightmare has it set up where it's like Fairy Tale Hell and whatever they're calling it now, and or whatever they're doing. But like they have different houses. Death Yard would be like one of those houses if I ever brought it back. Because I mean, I like the name, but it didn't really. Yeah, it just didn't. Especially we're so close to the old Death Valley. I think it hurt us more than anything. But that's how it goes, man. There's so many names that you can use when it comes to the horror and spooky genre.
Yeah. We'll come up with something though. Whenever it happens.
Yeah.
So, can I ask what brought you back to Tennessee, or is there
People
some?
asking me a lot of everybody's asking me, no man, like for real, man, why you back? Like, why you back? Man, for real, be honest with me, be upfront. And I'm like, hey man, I'm back. You know, I got some stuff cooking. You know, I'm not gonna show my hand, but there's stuff cooking. I'm excited, and we'll just have to see how everything goes. But I'm back really, and this is honest to God's truth. I want to come back to Tennessee because I missed it. Straight up. I mean, I lived in Phoenix, hated it. Good people there. The haunted house there was really good. Met some good people that I consider lifelong friends. But I just did not like Phoenix. I went to Orlando. I probably could move to Orlando. I'm not going to lie. I did like Orlando a lot. California, I mean, I moved there, COVID, quarantine, didn't get to see much of it. So I wasn't a huge fan of California, but I also didn't get to experience California like a normal setting. So, but it was really expensive to live out there. The people were different.
Are they assholes?
Some could be, and some were just,
Just a different culture.
Well, I worked with this guy. He's like, yeah, man, dude, we're gonna barbecue.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Were there ribs or pulled pork?
And I was like, what kind of barbecue y'all having? Like, what? We're barbecuing. I was like, yeah, what barbecue do you got? And they're like, what?
No.
And I was like, hold up. Barbecue where I'm from is a fucking food, my man. Like pulled pork, ribs, sausage. You're talking about doing it as like
A cookout.
like a cookout or grilling out. He's like, whoa, what's grilling out, bro? And I was like, grilling out, it's like you put some steaks and burgers on the grill. He's like, oh, dude. So he goes and tells his buddies. He's like, oh, bro, I told my buddies we're going to grill out. And they're like, hell yeah, what is that? And he was so...
I'll say that's not strictly a California thing.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
but,
not.
but I was just like, what the fuck?
Because Courtney and her whole family, they talk about having a barbecue.
Barbecue.
And I was like, oh, what do we? I did the same thing. Like, what do we have? They're like, oh, hamburgers, hot dogs. Like, oh, so we're cooking out.
Cooking out, grilling out.
We're not having it's not barbecue. Like, if
Yeah.
I show up, if you say it's a barbecue, I show up and there's not barbecue, I'm going to be upset because I'm
What
expecting.
the hell is this?
At least I'm expecting pulled pork,
Must be a pulled pork, damn it.
pulled pork brisket, smoked turkey, something.
Damn it. I tell you, it's a different world out there. It really is.
See, nomenclature can get you hurt.
They're like, where are you from? And I was like, oh, yeah, here we go.
We can go move into 2021, and thing that I can think of that's closest to haunt season would be your and Erica's event going on in August. You want to talk about it for a minute?
So, yeah, we got Camp Nightmare coming up on August 13th. It's a private event that me and Erica came up with, and it's loosely based on the Friday the 13th franchise. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's an overnight stay. We have this lodge at a location that will
It is not disclosed.
not disclosed yet. We're keeping it kind of secret. But it's going to be an overnight stay. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt mixed with like an escape game or like a survival type deal. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we're also going to do a weenie roast dinner, showing a movie, trivia,
You get a handful of things
Yeah.
in your ticket.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. There is a few tickets available left. We only have very few left. All it requires is a $75 deposit down, and then you can pay the remainder. I think it was April 1st. Something like that. We're gonna, I think so. April 1st is when the rest will be due. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of people are excited about it. I know we're very excited about it. And the location is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
If you look at the, did you post it on the event page?
I post. We have like an event page, but what we're trying to do is keep it kind of with people that we know or people we know who they know. So we don't want to make it a huge public deal yet.
Just this first year,
Yeah.
because it's a trial year.
So
okay.
if you know anybody that's interested, just have them get in contact with me.
So it's 75 down now.
Yeah, 75 down now, and then 75 later on to fill the. So it's 150 a person.
Yeah, me and my wife are going to be there. So, yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. And all of y'all going to, well, of course, y'all too, but Matt and Jason, y'all going to be there, right?
Yep. And
We definitely got to do a damn podcast from there.
well, it's out in the middle of BFE. It's got electricity and plumbing.
Well, we don't know. We don't need no internet to record.
That's true. You ought to bring some stuff and set up a little booth, man.
Yeah,
Talk to folks.
Yeah, I can bring my mixer and all that in my laptop. That's all I need. Unless Jason's got a badass laptop we can use.
He's got a satellite laptop. Like that shit Jeff Goldblum uses in ID4. Checkmate.
So Mitch is about this thick.
Yeah.
Hey, if anything, you could use it as a weapon.
That's what those old laptops basically are. They're either anchors or weapons.
But yeah, I think my laptop will do. All we need to do is record sound. I guess we need to do video. We're gonna do video. My wife has got a 100 megapixel a camera on her phone.
I mean, she's more than welcome to do stuff. We got a videographer that's going to be there capturing the whole thing before we get started, during the event, after the event, kind of making it like just videoing the whole thing. So one day, if it's a huge success, which I know it will be, we can kind of use that as a.
I can already tell it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. And people are just really excited, reaching out to us all the time, saying, "Can't wait, can't wait." I posted a picture of the day of the lodge with the snow, and people were like, "Holy moly!" So
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to definitely get the feel of a real camping experience.
Oh yeah.
But me and Jason
in my shorts. Oh yeah.
Wish I could say that'd be the first.
I was trying to say.
But yeah, me and Jason can talk about the recording part because I know he's got a camera. The camera he's using probably could work as recording a video, couldn't it?
Jason
Can you hook up mics to it?
No.
Oh.
Do that.
Well, we'll figure it out. Anyways,
No, I don't have a studio quality Reds.
One day.
One day I might.
yeah, we'll figure it all out. But yeah, I can't wait. I know probably sweating my ass off. I'm a natural sweater anyways, and it's in August, so I'll definitely have to have multiple shirts.
It'll be swampy.
Yeah, who knows, man? We could get that one weekend in August where it's kind of cool and you can smell the haunt season approaching. There's usually that one weekend in August that kind of gets
fall.
Yeah, maybe we get lucky. Man.
Fake fall. It's when you think that the rest of the year is going to be nice, and it's like just that one day.
That's just a trip. You don't quite fall.
Just got to have to make feel like haunt season. Just got to have some chainsaw smoke or some fog juice smoke, one or the other.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Chainsaw exhaust. For the
Ooh, is that October Steel?
That's Barna.
Yeah.
That's not Barna.
We're gonna see this.
Tonight, he was wearing. You know what he's wearing?
Pollen.
He was wearing pollen. That cheap shit.
At least it wasn't skill.
Could have been Ryobi.
Easy now.
Yeah, man.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
Damn it.
Why do I have a drill over here? Don't ask.
Ryobi's coming after the, you know.
Drill, some whiskey. What else
Yeah.
you got? Dog treats.
It's the fucking Price is Right over here. He's got a bottle of Jack Daniels, dog biscuits,
I don't go to your house ask questions, do I?
a Ryobi drill with various attachments.
This thing was full before a night with James Storm.
Oh God.
Did Jason take home the drill dough?
No. Are you kidding? It's in my house. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. Hey, you should frame that. Put it in a frame, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, don't worry about it.
I remember making it.
I remember talking about it at the Lego convention.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, actual metal blades of it.
We took it was an old antique drill though, like a hand crank, like a big giant like drill press, like it was like a
mining drill.
Yeah, it was like a weird drill. Or my buddy Justin put a motor on it for us, and then Matt made the penal looking thing.
The phallic attachment out of pool noodle, pantyhose, and aluminum sheeting.
Sounds like a good Friday night.
It looked pretty. It was definitely. We used Seven as a reference. The dildo thing in the movie Seven. Use that as a reference too. And when he showed it to me, I was like, "Oh, that's gnarly. That's gnarly." and then when he took the budget Jessica from Dapper Cadaver Props, and we just bought this basic budget Jessica dummy, and he trimmed her out, added hair to her, and bloodied her up. Oh, it was great. Looked so good.
I remember it. I looked through it. I was like, "Oh, hell, it's a naked chick."
We had the straps over her boobs. You know, we were trying to keep it somewhat.
We were tasteful.
Hey, did y'all go through Doug Cox's haunt?
Me and Eric went before he was starting to really. He didn't have any props out or anything. I know he's got a few Unit 70 bodies that look pretty real.
Yeah. He sent me some pictures. Yeah, it looks like a dead woman naked.
Yeah, that's one in the tub.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
At the video.
Oh, the video.
I didn't notice it going through. What was it?
See if he can. I don't know if
So
it'll
it'll pick
show.
up.
It really won't pick. The closer you get, the more blurry it's going to get. It's back.
Probably can't tell. We ought to send you that, Jimmy.
That's the drill dough in action.
Oh shit, y'all actually used it.
We only have that one video is the only thing that Jason took a bunch of photos of it, but that's the only video of it actually doing its thing that I know that exists. So
It was.
Well,
second year we were equal opportunity. We made it a male dummy.
yeah, we made him.
There it is. Right there.
Yeah, that was the male dummy.
There's a male version.
I think that one got people more upset than the female version.
It was the Monster Mountain shirt we put on that really pissed people off.
Yeah, well,
Hey, it's just a joke, guys. Don't take it so hard.
let's call it an Easter egg. It's an homage.
It's an homage.
That's some of my best work right there.
Me too. All of us. It's good stuff.
Good times. Good times.
Look at that sexy guy. Did you see that? Oh, you missed it. It was me and Matt and old TD. We were some handsome fellas.
y'all looking at pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
This is the one.
That was about $300 right there. Damn.
That's where I'm at now.
Oh, hold on.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I believe that's when I first met you, Carroll.
Yeah. I was about $300 and high and a lot of debt.
Didn't let it show, Carol.
Hey, you know, my weight showed.
Your hair.
Oh, yeah, my hair. Look at that. So it's getting out of
Quarantine
hand.
hair?
My
So
quarantine hair.
when's the last time you cut it?
February 27th, I think I said. Damn it, man. It's getting pretty
a long
bad.
time.
It's getting on my nerves.
Mine would probably look like if I didn't shave my head since February, the sides and back would look like your hair.
Yeah,
I would have nothing on top though.
man.
I'd wear a hat and look like I have a I'd have a skullet.
You have the Hulk Hogan brother.
Yeah, I'd have to wear me a bandana. But so what
Go ahead.
do y'all? Do you want to finish off on the Camp Nightmare, or we already finished that?
I mean, it's basically, we have a few spots left, so anybody that wants to get in, just holler at us. Not only Camp Nightmare is happening, but 2021 is looking pretty good on a lot of other fronts too. So can't really talk much about some of that, but it's pretty exciting. I mean, it's still early in the year too, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'm looking at it as a positive. 2020 wasn't all bad either.
No.
I know I was able to work with a lot of the crew at Frightworks in Knoxville. Got to meet them and create a relationship with them. Do some really cool things out there. Pretty excited about that and continuing that. Just sometimes things happen for a reason. We don't know what those reasons are. We were kind of talking about that earlier before we came on here. So who knows? And then also me working in Columbia with David Miller and working with Steed again down there and some other guys, Skeeter, Gavin, hung out with Chuck again. Chuck Duty was down there. Leanna player was down there. So it's good to see some of the old folks too that I used to hang with and roll with. And it wasn't all bad. 2020 wasn't all bad. So
no, I got a lot of money. I got a lot of money in 2020.
Yeah. I mean,
I got a gaming computer to show for it, but that's about it.
So it's 2021 is going to be better than 2020. I know that. That's for a fact.
Well, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to anything. I'm here for anything y'all do. And I wanted to speak on Miller's Thrillers. That is actually, it seems like it grows every year, becoming bigger. So.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with David he's like a big kid. David, he has fun with it. His attractions are very unique and they're a lot of fun. And my last day we went to lunch and me and him had to sit down. He was asking me, just be honest with me. And me and him had some stuff. And I told him, I said, David, there's really nobody around that's got a unique attraction like you do. And I said, if you can figure out a way to cut that wait down for people having to wait 3 hours, sometimes 4, if you can cut that out of your equation and make it a better experience in that regard, dude, you couldn't pull people away from there. People really enjoy it. And
how could you? I don't know. I guess is it hard? Would it be hard to figure out how to kill that wait line so much?
There's just things that you have to change and things you have to do. And I think he's got a pretty good idea of what that needs to be. But sometimes you don't really change things unless it hits you in the face. Like, I got to change things. I think this year was a few nights where he was like, wow, we were really busy. So, that whole mantra, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Sometimes people say, waiting's part of it. But today and age, man, they're not patient at all, man. They don't want to wait for anything. And if you don't have a 3rd tier ticket where you can get immediate access, people are like, why the hell not? I'm ready to pay. Let's go. I got stuff to do. It's just the way the world is these days.
Yeah, I noticed there's a haunts doing that more with a 3-tier entry.
Why not? You're going to have, what are you going to have to make an extra queue line, maybe staff an extra person? Dude, I would do that in a heartbeat, no doubt. Have a 3rd-tier ticket because there's always that guy or girl or whoever that wants to impress their date, spend that extra money, or just want to be a baller. Yeah, or you got somewhere to be and you got to get in, get out.
But that's the thing. If you give the person the ability to choose how much their time is worth, they'll spend it. And also, it's like the old adage: cheap ticket, medium ticket, expensive ticket. Expensive ticket makes medium ticket more palatable because, well, I can spend this and be at the bottom, but I don't want to be all the way up here at the super duper expensive ticket. But that middle class sounds really good because it's only, you know, but if you make your big ticket just slightly more than the middle one, now you sell bigger tickets. It's like, well, for $15 more.
Yeah. And, you know, looking back, you know, even go to my Monster Mountain days, you know, I wish we implemented the VIP ticket. After we saw it we were up in Green Bay. It was called Burial Chamber in 2007, and they were doing VIP. We're like, what the hell? And we brought it in, and my friends were like, nobody's going to pay extra to go to a haunted house, Carroll. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And we were selling more VIP tickets than regular tickets. We're like, holy shit, we got to change that. So, you know, even back then, it was such a new concept to us back then. Oh, you know, an extra ticket, you know, a VIP ticket. Hell, we should have been like, hell, fuck a VIP. Let's do a third tier ticket, and people pay even more. You're like, hell yeah, come on in. You know, if we would have done that at Death Yard, who knows? You know, it could have been a different story, but still, it doesn't cost you really any extra. There's a little bit of, you know, on the online tickets, or you have to create an extra ticket or an extra queue line. But to me, it's a no-brainer to do that moving forward, a third tier ticket for sure.
Yeah, I remember us talking about that. Monster Mountain, we were talking about like adding lanyards, including a T-shirt with the pack. It's like a package.
Well, that'll help sell it, because then it'll be easier to justify to themselves. Like, oh, well, if I do this, I pay the extra 15 or extra 20, whatever it is, I get all this, you know, cool swag that not everyone else is going to have.
Right.
So it truly does make you feel like you're a VIP, because you're getting stuff that the general public can't get. And don't have those T-shirts available in the gift shop. You can only get those with the VIP pack.
Right. I mean, it was like, you know, I'm trying to price out my trip to Disney World. I could probably price it all out by myself, but if there's a package where it's all said and done, I don't even have to worry about it. I just got to drop the money on it, and it's just going to happen, and I'm going to get all this stuff that's, you know, through this travel agency, their special things. Yeah. Why not? I'll pay a little bit more for that.
Halloween Horror Nights. You do the behind-the-scenes tours and things like that. Me and Erica, we got an enamel pin. It says SIF happens. SIF means stuff in face. Those pins are going for like $50-$60 because not everybody got one. You had to only do the behind-the-scenes tours to get one of those enamel pins. And those pins, man, like certain little – now, obviously, Horror Nights is the ultimate, and some of those pins sell out fast. They're collectibles. I mean, that's a huge – cult following, so not every haunted house is like that. But if you get to that point, you know, I think about this. If you could find an original Netherworld shirt on eBay from '97, I don't even know if I'm sure they had one. Or Opryland shirts, for example, Opryland theme park. All those vintage shirts, anything vintage Opryland goes for big money on eBay because it's highly sought after. Halloween Horror Night shirts, like Jason's wearing a 1991 logo of when it was called Fright Nights. If you could find a legit, real print of that, I mean, probably crazy expensive. So, I mean, you know, you going back, third tier tickets, absolutely. Something I would definitely do.
Well, I mean, why in this day and age would you not value your haunt that you're starting out as highly as something as Halloween Horror Nights? Why not follow their? Yeah, it may be a little bit more costly, but you're not playing short-term games when you're opening up a business. Yeah. You're playing for the long term.
And they've got a good model to follow.
Yeah, a little bit.
They've been somewhat successful.
Mildly.
Do you think 2021 haunt season? What do you think? Anything's going to be different than it was? It's going to be more calm, maybe.
Hopefully.
I mean, it's hard to tell at the moment.
Hopefully, by the time season rolls around, we'll have just had more experience dealing with the virus as a whole. You know, unless it mutates crazily, and also, you know, hope that the vaccine works out and helps to make things a little more somewhat normal. I mean, I don't think we'll ever go back to what it was pre-pandemic completely, because it's just a new part of life now. But hopefully it's a part of life that's manageable and is not going to, you know, control us like it did in 2020.
Yeah. My wife actually got the vaccine.
Oh yeah.
She's a frontline worker. Well, she stayed up all night with her shoulder hurting all night long where she got the shot.
Yep.
It's like, whew, I don't know.
I've got a tetanus shot or anything like that. It's been that way. So I'm like, oh.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. The only way I can see it being different is if an I Am Legend type scenario happens where the vaccine turns everybody into these crazy things and we're hiding out in haunted houses for safety purposes.
Carroll's still building scenes. Holy shit! I'm real curious, and I mentioned this. Maybe we talked about it at lunch the other day. I am curious to see which. Trying to think of a way to phrase this without being an asshole. There may not be a way.
My whole life.
There may not be a way to do it. I'm being an asshole. Basically, which haunts are going to be, sleazy enough to do a pandemic theme in 2021?
I'm honestly surprised we didn't see more of it in 2020.
I think even in 2020, like, oh, maybe we'll wait till next year. Then it won't be as fresh.
Yeah.
It's still going to be in poor taste. Or some variation of, if it were me, I wouldn't do a pandemic or viral outbreak or anything like that for quite a few years.
Yeah.
It's like our buddy Mike D used to say, low hanging fruit, Carroll Moore. Low hanging fruit.
Oh, Mike D.
Damn it, Mike.
Have someone incorporate have one of the actors talk about toilet paper shortage or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Stuff like that, you don't want to
That's
make
tongue in
jabs,
cheek,
but to do a thing where
people didn't die from toilet paper
Yeah.
shortages.
But if you have it where like people are dying,
We don't know that.
and
we don't know that. Somebody could have gotten a fight over some
I
toilet paper.
think some people came close to dying.
Hey, I've seen some people fucking bare knuckle fisting over some Charmin, brother.
If somebody could have got a hold of twisted teeth.
That makes me
It would
think
be
like that movie Ready Player One at the beginning when he's going through all the things, the internet wars and like the toilet paper wars.
So you mean Ready Player One, where we're heading as a society?
I love Ready Player One. So good.
Chucky?
I was thinking.
God. I stood up in the theater. I was like, yes.
I was thinking, you come into a scene and it gets to be a bathroom scene, and someone's sitting on the toilet and like, I need toilet paper.
Demon's Den used to have the poopy room, and there was a guy in a poopy diaper, poop all over the walls. He's like, I got poopy, and it was funny. It really was funny. I'm pretty sure I even did that at Nightmare the first year. It was pretty comical, but I'm sure somebody will do it. But I don't know.
I'm sure some of the ones who pride themselves on being controversial haunts will do something.
The most controversial house.
Some of the ones that have gotten in trouble over the past years or so for having risque themes. Even beyond the dildo.
Nazi zombies.
Hey, haunts get in trouble even when it's not their fault.
I'm really surprised that no one complained about the Nazi zombies. Things you could do in 2015.
Yeah, and then you flash forward to 2018, and we have a army guy on top of a building with a rail gun shooting at zombies, and they were saying that we were trying to redo the Las Vegas shootings.
Well, that's because supposedly the idiot actor said this is how they did it in Vegas, and if that truly happened, then that's what sparked that. Which
I doubt
that guy. Well, that guy's an idiot. So
I know, but he's not that. I don't think. Yeah, but I don't. He's an idiot, but he's okay. I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, all right.
You were saying something about the zombie, Nazi zombie. I'm pretty sure y'all seen Dead Snow, right?
Yeah.
Is that where?
There's a Blunkin in that movie.
In an outhouse.
Shout out to TD for telling me what a Blunkin was. Don't Google it.
You know, motherfuckers are on damn Urban Dictionary right now.
Flunking.
Or if you do it on a public computer.
What the hell is that? FBI's watching.
Oh man, yeah, that movie is definitely really good, really funny.
It's surprising. It's
It
surprising.
was definitely unique.
But well, Matt, what you been working on besides raising that baby?
That's been about it, man.
That's I'll real quick, but intro you then to that. 2020 has been really great for Matt as well.
It's
Got a new baby.
It has been a good year for my family specifically. We bought a house, had a baby. So I've been COVID free. We were actually talking the other day. Like I haven't had so much as like the sniffles since February because we've been masking up and staying inside and not going around people, which I'm okay with. I despise most of the general public anyway.
Which, by the way, Jason took our temperatures before he came in here. My butt is sore, but he took our temperatures. So we're good.
Does it have to be this long of a thermometer?
Jesus, Jason.
And does it have to be attached to the Ryobi drill?
That's
They get accurate temperature readings.
Yeah, you get this.
It's
It's got to work your way in. You
Gotta
know?
take this serious, man.
But no, it's been a good year for us. I've been doing a little bit in the shop, just trying to, keep wheels moving forward, coming up with new stuff, and trying to gear up for when Trans World happens again. They've already moved the dates from March to May. Hopefully by that point, enough people have gotten vaccinated and they'll feel that it's comfortable enough to do it. We'll have to wait and see.
I can see the news now. A new COVID strand, Trans World. Super spreader event, St. Louis.
If it doesn't happen again in 2021, then hopefully they'll be able to roll over to 2022. I don't know if the show will be able to afford 2 years in a row of not opening. Hopefully they can. I know a lot of vendors will have a rough time if they're not able to do 2021.
But
also, of all, because a lot of people, after they made the announcement, a lot of people are like, oh, it's not going to happen, and just immediately started spewing negativity because that's what a lot of people do. And some vendors were saying, I'm not going to be able to get my orders filled. And Kevin Albee of Gorgalore said the most common sense thing in the world. He goes, well, don't wait till the show. Take orders now. We're in a virtual world. There's easier ways to do things now than there ever have been. We would have not been doing something like this 2 years ago, at least not this easily. There's so many ways to see and try out and learn about new products. Just contact vendors and say you want to learn about their product. They'll be happy to show you and take orders, and that'll give them time to fill your order before season, and you'll have time to get new stuff. So don't feel like you have to be at a trade show to buy something. You can buy stuff off. Trust me, speaking as a vendor, I will sell you shit any day of the year. I'll sell you stuff that's not even for sale. So
you tried to sell me one time. I was like, what?
I was up to $35. No vendor will get upset by you asking to buy stuff at a non-trade show event. So that's my soapbox for that.
Don't most of the time at a trade show when they take orders, they're going to ship it to you anyways, right?
Yeah, it's not like, especially the bigger stuff, you're not leaving the show with that, with the exception of buying floor show model stuff, and that doesn't happen very often at that show.
A lot of people, a lot of buyers, they're skittish because they've been burnt before from vendors, or vendors promise you the world when you're sitting down there.
Yeah,
Not you,
forever.
Matt hasn't done that yet, to my knowledge. They promise you the world when you swipe that card, and then come August, you're like, hey, bro, it's supposed to be July. Where's it at? Oh, sorry. And then September hits, and then you can't even get a hold of them. They're not responding to emails.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've opened, and then you've been open 3 weeks, still nothing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then
I think I read this story.
And then you're like, what the hell? And then it's like Halloween week, and like, here's your stuff. You're like, thank you. Oh, great. Thanks a lot. It happens more than I'd care to say it happened, but it does happen. And also too, a lot of people, it's not necessarily about buying stuff. It's really about the experience of going to TW, talking to people, networking. Some people like to drink, and it does happen. They like to fornicate, and that's
We went down.
Stop at the drinking.
There's a lot.
But there's a lot that, I mean, if you think about this, if you have a yearly trip in the same city and you know it's happening every year since 2009, it's been in St. Louis, you basically have these spots and people that you meet, and you go, all right, I'll see you in March. We're going to do this. We're going to hang out. We're going to get a beer here at this bar. We're going to get a drink at this bar. I'll see you in the mezzanine. Oh, hey, Carroll, I can't wait to get some of your bathtub wine. It's, Jason knows about that. So there's a lot of different things that go into going to Transworld more than just business, from buying and selling and all that. I've met a lot of people that I only knew through social media. Oh yeah, I you're the haunt porn guy. I follow you on Instagram. Like, oh, how you doing? Let's change numbers. Let's talk. Stuff like that happens a lot. And really, I mean, I miss that more than anything. And I also miss seeing how creative people can be, and surrounding myself around people that are like me and us, being able to pick apart the posers, the people that aren't true haunters, are just there to be there. You can just pick them out and you go, yeah, you're scum. But, but it's fun being around people that have the same passion as I do and we do, and you get to hang. It's like it's the best experience ever, in a sense. For a whole damn near a week, you get to do nothing but talk haunts, be around spooky stuff. It's pretty awesome.
I like seeing the tech parts of it.
Yes,
I love tech, and I'm just waiting for the next iteration of what haunted houses will be. I remember I've told you guys what I see in 20 years, using the same technology they're using on The Mandalorian right now, where you can build your backgrounds and your sets on LED screens, and you just build the set and have the background behind it, so you can have an outdoor haunt, the feel of an outdoor haunt, completely indoors, with the right setup. Now, right now it's millions and millions and millions of dollars for that. 20 years from now, it'll be
pull that out.
Chump change.
Pull that out of the old Levi's here.
Oop, there you go.
Lit.
Just need to find that Tony Khan. Damn it.
Yeah. But I mean, Kitchell's right. The technology that's being used for other things is always going to come to the haunt side of it, and I like too. Like, I'm one of those weird guys that doesn't get blown away by the big, huge animation that Kirshner has or their debut, and I like seeing a little bitty shit that can make just really a big impact. I remember, what was that one thing that scared the shit out of you, Jason, that one year? Was it besides the Bloody Mary?
I was ready to say the Bloody Mary mirror.
It was the jumping trash can that just scared the shit out of you.
That got me once. Yeah.
I was like, damn.
The walking popper.
Yep.
The handheld popper.
I know the portrait costume got you one year.
Which one was
The
that?
one where it's the hinged portrait.
Oh,
You
okay.
got an actor behind it. It's
Oh, yeah. I was
portrait.
looking at it. He was like,
It goes,
I didn't mean the face.
Carroll goes, Jesus.
Oh, that Grim Reaper statue.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Had the gloves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The mountain had that. I scared the shit out of Jan one night wearing that thing. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but that Bloody Mary, that damn Bloody Mary.
Yeah. See, a lot of the I like seeing old school like techniques being brought into like a new age. Mirror. I love using mirrors. I love using mirrors, and Pepper's Ghost is good. I also like doing the old drop table. That's fun. A lot of old school stuff that a lot of people just forget about, because sometimes people get so caught up on high tech and ooh ah. I like to go, all right, let me get down to the bare bones of what made this industry so great. And that's really probably one of the best haunted houses I've ever toured was the Akron haunted schoolhouse and laboratory. And when we got to tour that place, it was so old school and so awesome. I mean, it started in the 70s. And some of that shit was still there. Like, they had the old school haunted houses of you walked by sets, like scenes, and they were like had chicken wire or like a banister in front. So you walk by and they did their spiel behind a banister or behind like fencing. They never interacted with you in the path. Very old school. Like,
is that the one that was supposedly invented the vortex tunnel?
they have one there. I don't know if they invented it.
They got the wind tunnel.
The wind tunnel looks like 5 floors collapsed, and that's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
According to them, they were the first vortex tunnel.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's been there a long time, and at the bottom of that wind tunnel thing is the vortex. So there's so much cool shit there. The Goodyear blimp sits right behind that place. You can see that's where it takes off from, because they actually made tires up there. So really fucking cool, old school as hell. Shit they were using in the 70s, still using to this day. I know Bart Butler was up there for a few years, did a lot of work. Really cool place. And they've done a really good job of, I don't hope they didn't take all the old school stuff out, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes that stuff just,
That's a long story, right?
Yeah, that's the AC kicking on. We got Ghost in there.
There's an Eric and I both went.
I don't know how long this has been around. I know Doug brought it up when I was up there. I think he had a hoodie on, the Haunted Hoochie. I hear that place is pretty intense.
Yep. They have their own way of doing things up there for sure. I've never personally been. I've had a lot of people have gone up there and say it's a blast. But they do what they do, and I guess they do it well. So
I don't know if I would leave this in or not, but I'm just gonna say what he told me. There's a scene where a dude comes out with a sledgehammer and hits a woman a pregnant woman, and a baby shoots out.
Yep.
Yep.
Trains out with shotgun too.
Yeah, they are all about shock factor there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shotgun blast is a great effect.
I know.
I wonder how is that like a actual person that does it or animatronic?
It's a person. It's just
I don't know.
It's an effect.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a triggered effect with a air blast and a water line.
We did one similar. We had it at Dark Descent, but Brad Webb said it was too risque for his taste, so we shelved it. The next year when we opened Death Yard, we had a starter pistol, like, gentlemen, start your engines, and the starter pistols.
Yeah.
We had that. It would do that with the gun, and then we had a trigger like on the chair. He'd hit that button and shoot the gun. And John Lawson, was it John Lawson that sold us the original gag, and then you doctored it up?
I think so.
Yeah, John Lawson, who used to work down at the Torture Factory. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. And he sold us that air rig, and water would blast behind us. We had like a whiteboard. Was it a whiteboard that we used?
No, it was just on the whiteboard was at Dark Descent.
Yeah, the whiteboard was at Dark Descent.
It was just OSB that we
caked in shit.
We painted some of the blood, brain matter stuff already on it, so that because their attention was drawn to the actor when they'd come into the scene, and then when they would do the gag, we were really just shooting water on the wall to make it look wet, because we realized the thickened sludge was gumming up the works anyway.
Yeah.
So the worst part about that was just I hated just doing the starter pistol because
it's scary. Like, it's obviously not a real gun, right?
Yeah.
I was the first to try it out, and I was like, oh fuck, is this gonna like hurt? I had goggles on. I was like, what the fuck are goggles gonna do? I was like,
because you would get a little bit of the explosion from the starting cap.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, don't burn me.
It's like a souped up cap gun, basically.
Yeah.
It was great because you would get the smell of the black powder.
Yeah.
There were a couple of times where misfires happened, and
the firing pin on those are not meant to be shot so much like that. So the firing pin would start to get offset, and it wouldn't hit the on center like it should.
Then you'd have to rely on being a quick thinking actor and just come up with something else to do.
Run over to Academy the next day. And, can I get another starter pistol? I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing with these things?
Shooting people.
Damn.
Shooting at that barrel. We'll fire it out of there.
Well, this has definitely been fun. Hopefully, we can all be together, do a little barbecue or
Bring
something.
some brisket.
Damn it, Jimmy.
I was just no, definitely a cookout for real.
Hey, we need to get you said you're working Saturdays right now?
Yeah. Well, it'll be Saturday. I don't know what next Saturday will be, but yeah. But we can do it Sunday
Well,
during the day.
once football gets over with, because it's playoffs and the Steelers.
Oh yeah.
This week.
Gotta see how we do things and they go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. The Titans are probably gonna lose, so take a shit to me.
I don't watch sports.
Oh,
Yeah, I put myself.
Most people in the haunted house world don't. A lot of people don't follow sports. I think it'd be kind of cool to do like a I don't know, like a blind taste test of some sort of I don't know, energy drink or how it's nasty.
Nope. Not getting beat boozled.
Something. Do something, and maybe have some food and not gonna eat those nasty ass jelly beans. I don't want to vomit on camera.
It's like 4 of these is energy drink. One is Froggy's Fog hand sanitizer.
Russia roulette, man.
Yeah. We'll do something soon, man.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
2020 is behind us. 2021 is upon us. We're in it.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
Where to go
And,
forward?
oh, yeah. Looking
Hell
forward
yeah.
to it, man. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to chatting with you some more and seeing what we come up with, seeing what happens, man. I'm excited. Good things
sure.
happen.
Hell yeah. Well, thank y'all for listening, watching, whichever. We'll catch you on the next episode. But all right.
Take it easy, buddy.
Hey, man.